good morning, good evening, night, whatever, wherever this video finds you. I hope you're doing well. I'm tired, just got off work. That's normal. I still think you can have a Harley or you can have money. It's kind of hard to have both. You know what I mean? Just as. Anyways, this is my channel, Chasing Ghosts, for my motorcycle content. And my name is Tara Smith. You go on with your bad self. I'm going too slow. I just took off. I got cold tires. I got curves right ahead. And there is gravel. Wish it showed up better on here. Somebody hit a bird. Oh shit. Wish it showed up better on here. You'll see some of it. You see that big patch up here. The gravel trucks turn out right behind me. So I don't get too crazy through here. You got the farm equipment going the other way. But anyways, I did a whole video this morning. I thought it turned out really well. Until I went and I downloaded it and I listened to it and I realized something. I forgot to plug my microphone in. Had my GoPro off my helmet charging it. When I hooked it back up, I forgot to plug it in. It's another reason for not going too fast. Oncoming traffic on the other side of that levee. How they used to flood the fields. They've still got some of the paddies and stuff out there. I think they're mostly just like growing hay and grass and shit on it now. See how they patched the road up here? I am trying not to sneeze. Oh, good lord. But anyways, I did a video. I was talking about my plans. I was planning on going to Forgotten Angels. Planning on it. Problem is I got $17 at the moment to my name. I don't know what the next couple of weeks, few weeks holds. My checks aren't the same amount every week. I can have a shit week and it screws everything up. I'm a truck driver. You know, I don't have like 40-hour work weeks unless I'm on vacation or something. And then I might have like a 40-hour week, but that's what, 2 days? You know? 2-3 days, that's 40 hours. You got that in. No problem. But I don't get paid by the hour. I get paid percentage by the load. That fluctuates too. And best I can figure, it's going to cost me about $150 in gas, $140, $150, something like that. Mean old sun, I can't see shit. I don't know if that's showing up in the camera, but it's like directly at the sun. I ain't got no shades. Keep on blocking the sun there, Mr. Tree. Or Mrs. Tree, I don't want to assume. Ah, that was better. I think it's going to be like 150 in gas. It's about 1,000 miles to get there and 1,000 miles to get back to Forgotten Angels. And then probably a motel room for at least 2 nights. Yeah, that's going to be like another 300. It's gonna be 100 and something plus tax. If I can find something cheaper, I will. I'm not a snob. Although I looked at the hotels that are close to Forgotten Angels, that didn't look too good. If any of y'all have been at a motel near there and have any advice, let me know. But I need power, electricity, that sort of thing for a breathing machine. And I don't think I can afford a battery for it. For a tent. I might bring a tent just in case anyways. I think I can get power at a KOA. Like stop at a KOA on the way out with a tent. And that would probably work better. And I can just plug into the power outlet. And that'd be cheaper than a motel. But I got that CPAP machine and I have to have my time on it or they take my license, and I really don't want to stop breathing while I'm asleep. Apparently I do stop breathing while I'm asleep, so that's why I've got the machine. So I have medical equipment I've got to run. And that's what I'm looking at. So we're talking, I don't know what the KOA price would be. I think it'll be under 100. But on the way there and the way back, if I stop at like a KOA or something, use their electricity. And I get a hotel room for say 2 nights, maybe 3, probably be 2. I don't know, because I got a doctor's appointment that week too that I have to make. So then I'm looking at close to around $800 for fuel and like room and board to be able to make the trip. I'm not sure on my mileage. Well, I think I'm going to be right due for an oil change when I get back. $80 miles. So I need to set my clock. Yeah, I'll probably be a little over. That's gonna be 2,000 miles. I'm gonna get it probably another 1,000 on this bike before I take the truck, if I don't ride the other one. So I'll have an oil change when I get back. I'll probably go over it good, check the belt and all that. I'm gonna, it's about due to flush the brakes on this thing anyways, that 2-year service thing the manual says. And I'm doing that on the next service anyways. So I don't know if I want to flush the brakes before or I go, or just do it when I come back. Know what I mean? And I am gonna flush the brakes on the other bike here pretty quick. I want the pump to do that. I don't need the one that you hook up to air and all that kind of stuff. I can do the one with my hand. That's not a problem. I want to flush the stuff. Just so if anything happens, it's all with the manual. And I've recorded doing it, and I got a checklist, and there's right to repair, and who was that just stopped their lawsuit that was suing Harley for it, and I think probably fucked all of us, but that's another story. You know, one of the things I like about these engines, I mean, it's, I can do quite literally all the work on it. You know, if I need to put new jugs on it, whatever, wear it out, I can rebuild it. I like a V-twin. I mean, I can do the other side, just more comfortable with the V-twin. It's all nice and easy. I'm familiar. I'm also familiar with carburetors. Now that part, I'm getting better with the electronic stuff. You know, everything's all fuel injected and all that. And But when I started doing things, it was all carbureted. So you had to learn how to jack the carburetors. I'm more comfortable because I'm more familiar, but I also understand the fuel injection part. That's more part swapping and computer programming and that sort of shit, you know? So in a way, it's easier. I've done it on cars and all. I just haven't done it on a bike. And my tires should be good. I'll check them again. Now, if I have to get new tires before I go, I won't be able to buy new tires, I don't think. Then, of course, I can always take the other bike. That's an option. I need to at least put a windshield on it before I went that long. One of the little snap-on things. That's the Fat Bob. I don't know if I want to take a trip that long on the Fat Bob. At least get a butt cushion for the damn thing. So I guess that is an option if I want to be masochistic or something. Is that sadistic or masochistic? I always get confused on which is which. Inflicting pain on your body. Unnecessary pain. I mean, this thing's set up good. I can put my feet up here. I'm comfortable. I can cruise. My arms got a little bend in them. They're good. I mean, I could raise the bars up a little bit. I mean, they're fine just like they are. It is not a problem. The other part I was wanting to talk about, I don't know if it's e-bagging or what. I don't want to e-bag. You know? Everybody talks about that derogatorily and everything, and I do enough derogatory shit. But if anybody wants to help me out with a tank of gas or anything like that, because I mean, just like you, I still got bills to pay, and come up with the extra $800, and I've had some extra expenses like everybody else, and the economy sucks, you know. Yeah, them freight prices, they're back about 2014 rates, and the value of the dollar, and so that's not working out too well. But if you wanted to help me out with something like that, like a tank of gas or what have you, I do have a Cash App, which is listed on this channel. It used to be the description part, but I don't know what it calls itself now. I'll still call it description. I'll still call the MSDS. I don't call it the what is it? MDS or MS, whatever. MSDS. I'm not good with change. I'm really not. But I do have a Cash App. I do have a PayPal. I also have a Patreon. But I don't think I'd be able to pull the money out quick enough. If you want to subscribe to my Patreon, thank you. I don't have enough people on there to really like collect money. It kind of pays for itself. And I appreciate all my patrons. You're awesome. As far as like, you know, paying members, there's not enough. I used to collect a little money, and then people started losing jobs and all kinds of stuff. And I appreciate people telling me what happened, why they had to cancel or what have you. And, you know, that's life. And it basically, the Patreon pays for Patreon. The expenses of that, you know, it's like a wash. But that would help if you want to do that. That, you know, That would be great. I feel like something's biting my cheek. But, yeah, I do have a Patreon. I have a Subscribe Star too. I don't think anyone's subscribed to it. But that one too, it's like too close to time. I don't know if you subscribe to either one of them now, if I'd be able to pull it out at the end of the month, or if it would be the end of the next month, like it starts the next cycle, or I'm not exactly sure how that works. I should probably know, and I should be like a professional and all that, but I'm not. I'm just not. Come on, Methuselah. Just because the speed limit is 30 does not mean you have to drive 30. There ought to be a sign somewhere. There'd be a lot of signs for me. Yeah, that here's your sign. People doing stupid shit. I've done a lot of stupid shit in my life. Hell, I bought 2 Harleys. What can I tell you? I'm not the brightest person in the world. I like both my bikes, though. And one is for sale if you're interested in a 2022 Fat Bob. It is for sale. And I can do the rider to rider because it's still financed. It's the American way, isn't it? Up to your ass in debt, everything financed. Gotta keep that economy going, gotta keep making them banks some money. We can't have the banks losing money now, can we? I mean, it's usually not us they're bailing out when they fuck everything up. They bail the banks out. You know? The hell with the people. Where is my street? Because I can't see where it's at because I got the sun in my face. I would bring my shaded visor, but then I'd be at night. Actually, a good hack for down here, I might start doing it, but the fogging with my glasses has me a little worried. But if you have like the goggles, you can put those on and take the visor off, and it's a whole lot cooler riding around down here in the summer. Don't know how the fog's gonna work though. I haven't rode the early morning hours when everything wants to fog up so bad on me. Why am I upshifting? I know several of y'all that are watching this video are going to Forgotten Angels, and I do look forward to meeting y'all. I don't know if you heard that or not, but that just hit my visor, like clank. If I wasn't wearing a helmet and had a visor on, that would have left a welt on my forehead. Maybe that's a message from God saying, I leave the visor on. Okay, I'm listening. You don't need to throw anything else at me. Maybe a meteorite, that'd be an awesome way to go. But anyways, I am looking forward to meeting y'all. So hopefully all of this works out. I don't know if I have everything for that tint either. I need to check. Part of this is like going through a checklist in my head of what I need. because I bought a tent. Me and my son were gonna use it for camping, and it's at his house, and I don't know if it has everything. It might have everything. I am not 100% sure, because my son has it. Do any of y'all have sons? Have they ever been into your tools? Have they ever borrowed your stuff? You know exactly what I'm saying. I came home one time and I knew it was my shovels and stuff out in the woods. I could see them. I went out there to grab my tools, and these kids were saying, "Hey, those are ours." I said, "No, they're not. They're mine." And they tried to say, you know, Zachary brought them out here. That's our oldest. His name's Zachary. And I said, "Yeah, that's my son, and he took them out of my garage." "Oh, okay, we're sorry." I'm like, "I'm not mad. You're not in trouble. I just need my stuff back." And what they had done for their old BMX bikes and all that stuff is they went out there. Where have we found neutral today, class? On this episode of Finding Neutral, that was neutral. But anyways, what they had done is they'd went out and they'd build ramps and all that stuff, and like made their little trails and everything to go through there. And I applaud them for that. As a Gen Xer, I applaud them. I think our oldest is a millennial, and our youngest is whatever generations after that. Part of me doesn't give a damn. But when you're born in 93, you got a little bit different raising. You know, I was born in the 70s. And one child was in 93 and the other one was in 03. And there's just a generational gap between the two. It's kind of like me and my sisters, my younger sisters. There's 10 years between me and my next sister. So it's the same thing between two brothers. That same age gap. Like I said, that's kind of a generational thing. Where I had to wave. One grew up a little bit more analog. Why do I got the wobbles? Is it the road? I think it's the road. I'm not sure. I was going to leave it wobbly. Hold on. Back to close. Back around there. That's the only thing I really use Cruise for. Just check my bags. Make sure everything's closed, everything's how it's supposed to be. That's what cruise control is for, isn't it? But unless you're on a long trip. Like if I go see my sister in Oklahoma, I use cruise control. So I'm hauling ass up 45. Other than that, I like twisting the throttle. I like that, you know. Sort of part of it. But no, one early childhood wasn't covered with internet being available, and the other one doesn't remember a world without the internet. Without everybody having a cell phone and access to the internet, you know? And I remember Pong and arcades. And trampolines. everybody with your bikes going out and getting lost. You remember that? That's a pretty sky. I hope that shows up on camera like it shows up right now. Oh, wind. But yeah, you weren't supposed to go that far, but boy, didn't you go that far. Once you got a bicycle. I had a bicycle and then I didn't. We lost everything. I didn't have a bike. Then I had to run to keep up with my cousins. Moved in with them because I didn't have a bike and they did. And I caught up. But she got lost in the woods all day. It's just a different reality. Feels good. It's not blazing freaking hot. It's like low 90s, maybe high 80s. You know? It's like you can breathe. You know what I mean? You don't have sweat pouring down your face every time you close your visor. And it was like maybe 78, 80 degrees this morning. And I was riding to work and it was cold. And I know in like 6 months I'm gonna say, whew, it's getting warm. It's like 80 degrees because like you acclimate to it. I've been getting acclimated. That sounds like a disease. You got acclimatia. But I've been getting acclimated to warmer weather. So it gets down around 90, high 80s, and it's like, that feels good, man. That feels good. Feels awesome. Right now would be the perfect time to go for a ride. Like, not just going home, like just go. Point your bike in a direction and see where your fuel takes you. Isn't that really what we all want to do? We get stuck going to work and back and all that stuff, and you can't go too far. You just want to kind of, which way we want to go. Spin the needle. Get you one of them needles from like Twister or whatever it was and spin it. Head that direction. See where your gas runs out. Put another tank in. Do it again. I think that's secretly kind of all of our fantasy, to just go and not worry about it. A fantasy my dad got to live. That whole Easy Rider thing. Traveling across the country. Him and my uncle did that shit. Like, for real. And it's like, when my dad got back from Vietnam, he made that pilgrimage to California like everybody else, you know. And he rode out there, and he rode back to Houston, which is where he met my mom, and then he went back northeast, and my uncle went out to California. Of course, with him, he went with a group of people, and they all had the same patch on their back, and they were meeting some people out in California that, yeah, they were all together. Fairly notable people. But, it's weird. You listen to all the stories and they're all like out, or they can't talk to anybody anymore, but they kind of do, and all that kind of stuff. I know there's part of that I do not want to be a part of. My mom did a good job keeping me away from it. She's kept me a little bit too far away. Could at least let me visit him when he's in prison, you know? It's not like he had anything else to do while he was in there. Would have been nice. He's kind of in and out, in and out. But anyway, I think that's my thoughts on everything. I'm kind of tired. Long day at work. I got to be up at 2 a.m. again to go to work. I got to deliver 6 vac boxes tomorrow. So that's going to be a fun freaking day. I should have enough time to do it as long as I don't have any problems. That cable's getting ready to snap. That roll off. I need a new cable. But anyways, like I said, I got a Cash App. It's listed on my channel here. I got a PayPal. If you want to help me out with some gas or something, please do. If you want to hit that like button, that would be awesome. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Share my channel out. All that good stuff. And y'all have a wonderful day, morning, evening, whenever you're watching this. Have a wonderful whatever it is. Should I get fuel? I don't absolutely have to. It's like, do I really want to? You know how that goes. You'll wake up in the morning, you'll be running behind. Now I gotta buy fuel. And there is bird shit on my bike. I just noticed it. The joys of having a black motorcycle. I think I'm gonna get some fuel. So I got $17. I need to get back and forth to work 2 times. Shit. I can do that on a bike though. Can't do that on a pickup. So let's pray it doesn't rain for the rest of the week. So I don't have to ride back and forth in the fucking rain. I mean, I'll do it. I just don't want to. Y'all are awesome. So, adios, via con Dios, hasta la vista, sayonara, nashla, ciao. Deuces, yeah. I'll catch you later.